Good afternoon. So I'll probably post this as a story, and then I'll post the full version on YouTube if anybody's interested. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful afternoon. 2nd of November. Walking at Menzel.Centennial. Yeah. So, get deep with y'all. What if all these things in life are like testing us, or getting us to have difficult things and how we overcome them, but like instead of being a victim, what if we're like, this is preparing us for like our actual purpose, what we're supposed to do while we're here. So not only to experience like the soul experience of life on earth, having a human experience, but something much more deeper, like we chose to be here during this time. And it's not about us being powerful, more say like us to be messengers, to be messengers for others, and that we're not the weapon, it's the message that is the weapon of remembrance, right? I sort of like to think of like Jesus like that, I guess we're like he was being the message to us all, message of remembering who we are. Like even in Aramaic, if you look up when he was talking about sins, it wasn't like the sins that they were talking about. He was saying you missed the mark, that you forgot who you were forgetting at the time. So it's interesting. Anyway, it is fall here in southeastern Ontario, and no better time to go for a walk, I find. Sometimes you'll even see some pretty cool mushrooms around here. Lots of animals. I've even seen some bald eagles around here these days, so it's pretty cool. I remember growing up here in the 80s and 90s, there was never any bald eagles. You'd see like ospreys and such, but you wouldn't see bald eagles. So if I was to start like this program and I was to tell people, or like talk to people about the last 2 or 3 years of my life, I would say like through all the chaos and changes and things that were just taken away, all through that time though, I was slowly sort of growing, slowly doing little things on this like journey of, I guess, personal growth it started as. And some of the like the early things I did, the little things were just like, getting up in the morning and like being grateful, writing a line or two in a journal, getting up and doing like 5 or 10 push-ups, maybe some sit-ups. And then a bit later I would just watch some motivational videos. And eventually, months later, I got back into meditation and mindfulness, But it was a slow burn, you'd say. Slow grind. And then, like, over the past, I guess, 6-7 months, I've gotten into taking up, which I was going to do relationship coaching. So, and that's to do with our attachments. And that, there's 4 insecure attachments. Sorry, there's four attachments. And there's 1 secure and there's 3 insecure. But if you want to look that up, go right ahead. It's really interesting stuff. Attachment theory, integrated attachment theory. Yeah. Just really grateful to be out here. silence, that's sometimes I feel deeply about it that we overlook that, or we've overlooked that for hundreds, maybe thousands of years, maybe more. That science is telling us these things, and ancient wisdom is confirming, like science is confirming ancient wisdoms, and it's actually a pretty fantastic time to be alive. Thinking back to my childhood and like when I was really young, and like I lived in this like land of like anything was possible, and you know what? It's coming back. I don't know. It just seems, back then it was all about light, connection, truth, fun, joy. Being my little authentic kid, running around, having fun, forgiving people. I may get in a fight with someone my age, as we're little, and then the next day we're friends again, and that's just how things were. And you think of it, we're all one, right? The Big Bang Theory, the pea that exploded into everything, we're all connected. That's what our consciousness is. Like, that's why there's the consciousness, the collective consciousness, because we are all one. Everything is one thing. So, like, you are everybody. You can see yourself in every person. Sometimes, our ego gets in the way of that. I mean, yeah, for sure, our fears. But, remembering is being aware of those things, and bringing yourself back to the truth. Made it to number 2. Yes. I guess too, on this journey, eventually come to the point where you just love the little things, and then you'll love the solitude, you love the isolation, and then you choose yourself as more you remember, and that's a really amazing, beautiful, unique thing, like, because it's you, Start noticing, you're treating yourself the way you treat your best friends, the way you treat all the ones you love, your family, your friend, you have that self-trust, that self-compassion, that self-respect. Did I have that as a little kid? I don't know. I don't remember. But I'm going to remember. That's it. What I'm trying to say is go and do the things that you love and that you love doing, because that's part of who you are. That's having that self-love, that self-compassion, choosing yourself, For me lately, for instance, if you want to know, I've been painting more, I love doing that. Been dancing more, listening to lots of music. I've been writing too. Besides working toward what I deeply feel and know is truth and what I'm supposed to do as my purpose here. And I see myself as limitless, it's been 2.5, 3 years, it's not an easy journey, and it's uncomfortable and it's slow, but, over that time I was able to calm my nervous system and regulate it. And at that point, it's like, whoa, what can't I do? I'm able to focus. I'm not scared, So that's big. And we can all do that. So as the space on my phone is filling up rapidly, I'm going to say bye for now, and